You know, I'm always talking about purpose because I feel it's so important for us to find or acknowledge or recognize that we do have a purpose in our lives or something that we can attach ourselves to that does feel like a purpose. And I also said that many times it may take some time before you understand that or find it or even recognize that purpose that's always been there within you for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes it may become very natural for you. You don't even know why you're doing certain things. You haven't examined why you're taking certain actions, but more importantly, you probably haven't examined or come to recognize what you know and what you've accomplished because of the life that you have lived. And that's the case for me. So I'm going to talk about it here. I just looked at something that I wrote back in December of 2017, and this is so true, and I want you to think about it. It said, every difficulty that you've ever experienced in your life is due to one particular thing, and that is you were afraid. And I thought about that and I kind of tried to find areas where that would not be true. Maybe that it wasn't happening in certain areas, that there wasn't necessarily fear. But then when I would go through it, it was always that. It's always that. And then I thought it's a major thing that keeps everyone from doing what they really want to do. Now, let's talk about some examples. You're in a horrible relationship. Why don't you leave? You're afraid that you're not going to be able to sustain yourself. You're going to miss the person. You won't survive. Whatever. It's a fear. It's a fear that you can't handle living your new life. Maybe that's part of it. Um, you are have some great thing that you're creating, but you're not willing to put it out to the world. You're not willing to talk about it, and you find every other excuse. You don't have time. You haven't gotten it done. You don't have enough money. All kinds of things, and then you're discounting or not acknowledging the fact that really what's going on is that you're afraid. I'm saying this because this is what I've done for years. And I know people look at me and says, "You're always doing things and you don't ever seem to be afraid." I've been terrified of absolutely everything. And this is how I came to what my purpose is. Now, you know, my purpose is always coaching and helping people become empowered and doing all of that. But within that, there was something very telling that was always there. I write all the time, as you know. I do it every single day. I've done for years and years and years. And then I started to notice that the main thing that I was writing about more often than anything else was fear. One of my favorite films is a film called Defending Your Life. If you haven't seen it, see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, why does this film resonate so much with me? It's because of the message that it delivers. So, over the last several years, I started compiling these ideas and thoughts about fears. Now, what I had to do also is develop a way to get over them. So I created processes and exercises and all these really great things that I know work because I had to use them. I had to use them on myself to keep moving forward in my life. I'm not going to go into all that stuff that happened, but I had plenty of things going on for me that caused me to be scared to death practically most of my life. Horrible things that happened, things I thought I would never come out of. This is why on my other site you see that I call it overcoming everything, because that's exactly what I had to do. So the other night I decided, you're still afraid. You haven't put out your book yet. Because I discovered that I had started writing this book a long time ago. And I went to an event the other night, and this really inspired me. I went to an event at Creative Visions in Malibu, a wonderful organization by my dear friend Kathy Eldon, and what they do is really make projects and things for to move the world in a really positive place, to make a difference in the world through arts and media. And so I thought, okay, you've been sitting on your butt with this book, so maybe get it done. And then I decided to make a commitment that I will get it done. And the book is called Overcoming Overcoming Fear: A Guide to Freedom. Overcoming Fear, A Guide to Freedom. I'm going to have all kinds of great stuff in there, processes and exercises, but I know that if someone were to take this book, they could work through the stuff that's going on for them and start to turn their lives around in such a way to create the kind of success they want. Now, I will say that it's not always easy to do this. Some people, we'd rather put our heads in the sand and run away and not deal with it. But depending on what you're trying to do in your life, if you want to become an empowered person, if you want to be really powerful, if you want to create the success that you want, this is an area you're going to have to really look at. I had to really look at it. So, and listen, I'm just putting this out there because I'm making a commitment to myself. The other thing that I always do with my programs and with my clients is I said we have to set up ways to become accountable. So I'm becoming accountable now. I'm saying that this book is going to be done and I'm going to have it out there and I'm going to do it in a way that it's going to benefit Creative Visions. I'm setting that up. And also, if you guys are interested, if you want to know when it's actually done, stay on my case. Send me an email, info@rogerburnley.com. I'll put that on here as well. But just look at this and think about what's going on in your life, and you will start to see that every single problem, as I wrote back in December, was because you were afraid. And if you really want to get over that, there is a way to do it, and I'm telling you firsthand, I've become an expert at this, and this is why I have to finish this book and get it out there. All right, hope this helps you guys a lot. And remember, your ideas, your dreams, they don't go away. They're going to come back, so you might as well get on with doing them now. All right, see you soon.